What's up, everybody? Jack Farr here on behalf of Box to Box Football. And, people start getting excited for Christmas and whatnot, but obviously James and I don't care about Christmas or the holidays or anything. James and I are focused on our favorite yearly event, which is the Ballon d'Or, which, recently he's lost a bit of its...
No, but what about the UEFA Best Awards or like the FIFA Best Awards, whatever? What about that one?
I don't know. I don't know if anymore I'm like as totally bought into it anymore. I feel like there've been a few winners where I look at it and I'm like, really? Like, I know there's always been some which have been controversial, but I feel like recently it's been a bit,
Listen, I would only back the Best Award if they invite us over. So if you want to invite us to the award, if it is going to be in London,
shake some hands, meet some faces.
I'm just saying,
But guys, what we're going to do now is just look at a couple of the contenders and just see what people's chances are, and then obviously James and I will be answering the big question, which is who do we think is actually going to be winning the thing this year? Because if you are unaware and have not seen it, the voting has now closed. We're now done with the voting. So whoever's won has already won. There have obviously been a few reports that have come out with who the winner might be. But James, I've just kind of pulled a couple of names from goal.com here on who they think might be kind of the top 5 favorites. Just wanted to run some names by you. Karim Benzema, what are his chances like this year?
Karim Benzema won the Nations League with France. He's over 37 goals in 2001, 14 assists. He's been absolutely sensational for Real Madrid, almost like a man on a mission, at times single-handedly pushing Real Madrid to the next level. He's been sensational. I feel like out of the players that you're going to mention, he's one of the players, like he's top 3 in my eyes, with one of the best chances. Why? Not also has he been terrific, but Real Madrid's affiliation with with the Ballon d'Or has always been there, and they always want a winner. And the fact that Real Madrid has just seemed to do some marketing lately, getting R9 to push it and getting like French articles to say why Benzema should win the Ballon d'Or. So he will come close to it, but I don't think he's going to win it. But he'll definitely, to me, be in the top 5, top 3, maybe.
Well, I think you've made a lot of the right points there. I don't disagree with you. I don't think he's going to win. I think he'll probably feel a little hard done by. I don't know if Karim Benzema is ever going to play any better football than he's playing right now. This is one of the kind of untouchable names on the planet right now, up there with the likes of your Mo Salahs and a couple of the other names that we're going to bring up here, playing ridiculous football. But unfortunately, with the situation he's in and what's been available to him to achieve, I think he's made, I would say, nearly 99% of the 100% that was there to be had for him. And that's a very, very big deal for me. This stuff is not being handed to him on a silver platter. This is Karim Benzema's hard work that he's making the most of.
The best Karim Benzema we've ever seen. This season been sensational beyond belief.
Without doubt. Now, a player who I'm happy is being mentioned on this list, but realistically, and the reason why I'm happy about that is because usually this kind of role, this kind of position doesn't usually get too much love. And this guy, I think, should have been winning way more individual awards than he's already won so far in his career. N'Golo Kanté is the 4th place position now. Obviously, massive Champions League victory for Chelsea this year. Again, I think like with a lot of Chelsea Champions League victories, it's somewhat uninspiring, and usually it's quite workmanlike when they win it. But James, a team's got to win it, and a key component to that is always going to be N'Golo Kanté, right?
I feel like it would have been even. His resume would have been even more cooler if he didn't have COVID, because he would have also won the Nations League with France too.
Right.
And that kind of adds to his whole repertoire for this season. But N'Golo Kanté isn't the one for the assists and goals, no. But he's all about the overall performance and what he brings to the team. And this season for N'Golo Kanté has been to me a bit of a weird one, because he hasn't been Chelsea's first choice all the time.
Right.
For as great in as much as we laud him, he's been left on the bench at times, and there's been times in certain games where he hasn't been picked. But when he has been picked in like the biggest soft games, you've seen the importance of him. The fact, in the last 4 or 5 games in the Champions League, all like the big ones, he was man of the match in the final, both legs of the semi-final, against Atletico Madrid, second leg. man of the match. All the biggest games for Chelsea, the most important ones, he was a man of the match and led them. So he's someone that again will have a mention, but he isn't going to win it. But again, if anyone I would love to win it, it would
Yes,
be N'Golo Kante. To be
I
fair,
totally agree with you. Look, and James, let's be real here. Mason Mount, Jorginho, Mateo Kovacic, they must be doing something right if Saul Niguez is going to be sent packing in January back to Madrid and N'Golo Kante is not starting the majority of games. So fair play to Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel. You know, we know where they're sat right now. Coming up in number 3, a teammate of N'Golo Kante. Now, this is the one where I'm personally not super happy with the fact that he's on the list because to me, again, this goes back to the Ballon d'Or that we've seen, in my opinion, over the last 3 or 4 years, which has been who's the common denominator in success. We're not actually watching the games. We're not actually evaluating players and their performances. We're just going, oh, he played in this team who won, and he played in this team who won. Jorginho. I'm not trying to say that the guy's a bad player. I'm not trying to say that he doesn't deserve the credit. And I'm not saying that he wasn't an integral part of a Champions League or a Euro 2020 winning Italy team who fully deserved to win the whole thing. But for me, especially compared to somebody like a Karim Benzema, I know they play different positions. To me, one is far better than the other.
I feel like Jorginho is taken up a position where there have been greater players in his position who've done more in their
100%.
seasons and haven't got mentioned. The fact
Right.
that I feel like the Luka Modric thing in my eyes broke a barrier for these type of midfielders to like always now get a mention and maybe even winning. But the fact that we've had seasons where Sergio Busquets hasn't won it, we know how great he's been for so many years, and Iniesta and Xavi hasn't won it. Now, this takes nothing away for Jorginho and what he brings to the table.
Right.
Chelsea, he was so important for Chelsea, and I think he played in almost every game in their run to the Champions League, and he played in every game for Italy throughout the whole throughout the whole time.
Yeah.
His contribution was massive. But was he like the main reason why he won it? Did you watch a game and just be like, wow, Jorginho was sensational today, or
I, I'm
Jorginho was by far the man in the
I'm
match, or
gonna
the
I'm
best player on the
I'm
pitch?
gonna sound like
You
a
know,
proper like Roma Homer fan here right now, but look, guys, when Brian Cristante came off the bench, and maybe came on for Jorginho in a game, was it that big of a drop off for Italy? I don't think so. If Lorenzo Pellegrini was fit, was it always going to be that big of a drop off? I'm not so sure. It just strikes me as like, oh yeah, he was the common denominator in the 2 biggest trophies available this summer. Okay, fine, fair enough. Like, yeah, he did win the Champions League. Yeah, he did win the Euros. But to me, individually as talent, is this the best player in the world right now? Not a chance, not even
and
close.
and like to me, that's what the Ballon d'Or is. It's
Right,
not We're not awarding the guy who's been the most successful, we're awarding the guy whose success obviously does matter. But the Ballon d'Or is who's been the best player
right.
that season, right? Looking at the player overall achievement, and when I look back at the great midfielders and some of their performances, it doesn't like Jorginho doesn't hold a candle to what
Yeah.
they've been able to do. But again, Jorginho is someone that definitely deserves a mention. A top 10, a top 5 voting is definitely needed. But also the fact, the reason why I won't give it to him, Chelsea's player of the season was it Jorginho? No, it was Mason Mount.
Oh,
You
dude,
know,
don't, yeah, I mean, don't even get me started. If you're not winning
yeah,
your own team's award, forget about it.
and like also that's also a stain on N'Golo Kante's I like argument too. The fact that they weren't even the best player for Chelsea that whole season. But yeah,
But English club, London club, academy kid winning the player. I wonder why that happened. Anyway,
to be
um,
fair, he was good.
he was unbelievable. Let's not get that twisted either. Number 2, and for me, I don't know what more this man can do. And this guy will certainly be winning the Player of the Year for his club. Robert Lewandowski, 59 goals and counting for Bayern Munich. Oh my God, get out of here! 9 assists. Obviously, that's not really his ballpark. Won the Bundesliga, Club World Cup, and the DFL Super Cup as well. James, what else can Robert Lewandowski do to try and get a Ballon d'Or? Because to me, I don't know if there's any more he can do. I feel like if you add an extra 5 goals, 10 goals, I mean, is he any more likely to win it? Because I don't know if there's any more he can do. He's not going to win a
Um.
Euros or a World Cup with Poland, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Okay. Do you know what it is? Lewandowski should win the Ballon d'Or for one reason and one reason only. Yes, what he's done this year has been sensational. But the one thing I'm going to say, he was able to break the unbreakable record, and that was Gerd Muller's record. If you want to create any argument for Lewandowski, put that argument there. The fact that I think he got like 41 goals in the Bundesliga,
Right.
and it's not like a 38 game. It's like you in the Bundesliga you play like 32 games, so that's well over a goal a game. I mean, Lewandowski has just been sensational.
It's a joke.
Yeah, and like we've seen what he has been able to do. Does he deserve a Ballon d'Or? Of course he deserves. But the only thing that's going to stop him is that in this generation, for all these great players, like your Xavis, like your Neymars, like your Iniestas, like your Luka Modric, 1-1, your Wesley Schneiders, your Ribery's, your Robins, they live in an era where the two greatest football players of all time are playing. And unfortunately, their greatness outshines the rest. And we're going to get to the second guy in a minute, but there's only one reason why I will not be voting for Lewandowski this season, and it's due to the man that Jack's going to mention in a minute.
Well, I guess what we're going to do here is we're going to answer question one. Usually I would end the video with this, but to me, we may as well do it now. My thing would be if you were given a vote, James, and we're still waiting for our little pamphlet so that we can fill our votes in, but yeah, they've not come yet. I guess we know who James is going to pick, but I will tell you guys now that I would pick Robert Lewandowski. I don't know what more the guy can do. I really don't. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have a big transfer. Okay, he doesn't have a victory in a Champions League. Maybe that's, but this is a team sport. That's not all on Robert Lewandowski. He did win the Bundesliga quite handsomely. He did break the unbreakable record. And internationally, this guy does everything for Poland. It's a hard-working team, but we know who the main focal point of that attack is. For me, Robert Lewandowski is fully deserving of the Ballon d'Or this year. I think it's relatively close between a couple of the other guys, but I just think there's not enough narrative that will go in. But if you gave me a vote, I would be voting for Robert Lewandowski this year. But let's get on to the guy James is probably going to vote for, I would imagine, who's coming up next. A guy, Lionel Messi, made a move recently. It was pretty low-key transfer, left Barcelona, moved to Paris Saint-Germain, 40-plus goals in 2021, 14 assists, finally won an international trophy with Argentina, which you can tell has just been bugging him for time, won the Copa del Rey as well. James, what more can we say about Lionel Messi?
The magic number, Jack, is 7. And when you think of 7, you think of his arch nemesis, Cristiano Ronaldo. But the thing about Lionel Messi is that what Jack just mentioned right there and what Messi's done in 2021, you take away the face, you take away the face, you take away the name at the back and number, and you put someone else's there and show them, so this is my body of work for the year. This is what I've done. I've helped a poor team in Barcelona finish 3rd or so. I've helped a weird team in Argentina up and down win a Copa America and not just perform, but perform the way he did throughout the whole competition. And the way, some of the performances were absolutely sensational.
11 goal contributions.
Jack, who does that? Who's on that sort of stuff there? This is what Lionel Messi is. And the thing about it is that people get bored of just seeing the same person, Messi, Ronaldo winning it. But unfortunately, it's greatness. And we are living in the greatest era where the two greatest football players are playing. And there'll be a time when they're not there anymore and we can't watch them and appreciate them. Messi's still here. Messi's still giving us greatness right now. And appreciate what this man's doing. Yes, you want different winners. But when someone's doing what this guy's doing year and after year and having the body of work he's done throughout this year, Lionel Messi is my winner. And he wins it just for the cup, just what he did in the Copa America. I'm not even going to mention what he did for Barcelona and the greatness he showed at the new camp.
Yeah, I mean, look, James, I cannot underestimate that victory for him. I mean, Argentina should have won a Copa America in Messi's time there. I think we both would agree on that with the opportunities that they've had to win it, especially with a player of Lionel Messi's caliber. The fact they haven't, I think, has been, disappointing to say the least. Lack of lack of results, which is what usually this is voted on in La Liga, I think will harm him a bit. Lack of results in the Champions League, I think, again, will harm him a bit. But I do think there's enough weight and enough power in that Copa America victory to take him to the Ballon d'Or. I think that's huge. So we know that who your vote would be for. We know who my vote would be for. Now, down to the kind of prediction side of things, James, who do you actually think will win the Ballon d'Or this year? Whose name is getting announced?
Messi.
I agree.
Messi.
It's boring,
Messi.
isn't it? But yeah, Messi.
How many times have I said it? Messi. I think that's 7 right there.
The word's lost all meaning now.
It's
look,
great,
you guys. And you know, again, in terms of the league performances, I'm sure there might be a comment or two about, oh, he's been rubbish in the league, no goals, no assists so far. Champions League, it's turned on. It's a goal a game, you know, and I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. I know the Champions League campaign will obviously culminate at the end of this current season, won't be taken into account for this year's voting, but I'm just telling you, we have not seen the last of Lionel Messi playing top level football. The guy's going to come back with a vengeance.
And guys, tell me what you think. Ronaldo fans, are you angry at the fact that Messi's going to go 2 ahead?
We didn't even bring him up. We didn't even bring him up.
Of like CR7. Who should win? Lewandowski fans, should Lewandowski win? Mo Salah, we haven't even mentioned him yet. Real Madrid fans, Benzema, Chelsea fans, Jorginho, whatever. Comment down below, guys. Tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Box to Box Football, and we will see you next time.